Welcome to the Juice Radio Talk Show. 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 Reality TV, church reviews. Let's talk happy love and marriage lifestyle. Come and talk with us. Come and share with us. Come and laugh with us. Come on and pray with us.
Regina and Clovis, special guest. You should be following your lead. Bless. Subscribe on YouTube. Listen on podcasts. We live on IG and Facebook. This episode is sponsored by Truth and Triumph Ministries.
Hey everybody, listen, got an update. TMZ has ran an exclusive interview with Shannon Amos, the daughter of John Amos. She is now speaking out, and she spoke directly with TMZ regarding her father's passing, and she had a lot to say about this, you guys. And she is pointing the finger at her brother. Not only is she pointing the finger at him for that, she's also saying that the wills were changed, and also so much more. I'm going to go ahead and bring this up. Run it, and then we'll have a conversation after this. This is getting really, really, really intense, you guys. Here we go.
So, Shannon, everybody is wondering what happened here to make KC withhold the news of his death for more than a month and a half, for almost a month and a half.
There are some things that aren't making sense. For example, Belinda Foster, who had claimed to be my father's publicist, was never contracted. We've never seen any paperwork to show that she was his actual publicist with my father's signature on it. She was living with my dad and brother and another person by the name of Eugene Brummett, and we believe that they're just grifters or super fans that came into my life, came into my father's life at my brother's request. And we believe that the three of them conspired together to take advantage of my father, who was diagnosed in 2016 with Alzheimer's, Lewy bodies, dementia. I have it in writing from the hospital. My father, though, bounced back, was doing really well up until about 2022. We started to see that he could no longer really care for himself. And that was the point when my brother moved in and started making allegations that a caregiver was stealing money from him.
Shannon, you were shut out. You were not able to see your dad toward the end of his life. What do you say the motive behind shutting you out and then, cremating the body almost a month ago? What do you say is behind all of this?
I think it's several things. It's my brother's need to control. He struggles with drug addiction and mental health issues. We went through this with my mother, but it didn't play out publicly because she's not a celebrity. I think that my brother had him cremated quickly so that law enforcement couldn't do and the family couldn't ask for an autopsy. We knew that my father had congestive heart failure. He's had congestive heart failure. We know that he wasn't in any kind of hospice care or home care. My dad had the best insurance through SAG-AFTRA. He should have been at Cedars-Sinai. We know that they dropped him off at, I believe it was Inglewood Hospital. Makes no sense, but it also means that they had no medical records there. We know that Belinda Foster was posing as either me or his daughter. We found that out from the hospital. My daughter will share more on that. But he likely died alone without any family, and that my brother wasn't even present, that he had Belinda drop him off at the hospital.
Are police investigating this at all, Shannon?
We are going to seek an investigation. There is a pattern because in Colorado, a doctor reached out to me. My father's primary care reached out to me, extremely concerned that when my brother moved in, he had began withholding my father's medication. He wasn't giving him any medication. My dad also had cancer, and he was supposed to come in for cancer treatments. That never happened. And that doctor told me that without the medication, my father would die.
As a lawyer, the thing that immediately makes my spidey senses go up is a will and money. Did John have a lot of money? Is a will here an issue in terms of what the will had said, whether the will has changed? Is this a factor, do you think, in how this all played out.
My uncle was actually the head of his estate, and he had to do 5 wills because my brother would come in. And we don't know if he got my dad high. We don't know if he had him sundowning, but he would get him to sign paperwork, and he would undo everything. And so my uncle was constantly having to come back in, redo the wills. And I personally have copies of several wills. I also have a statement from my brother, which I made him sign after he did this with my mother, to state that he knowingly manipulated my father, had him change wills, and that he could not ever have my father sign a document again without family members being present. And he still was able to accomplish that.
Kara, this must be heartbreaking that this all happened to a man like John Amos, who is just beloved by so many people, that his death was secret, it was withheld, and you're going through all of this. This must be just heartbreaking for you guys.
I think the number one feeling I feel is outrage. I'm dealing with it every day, every moment since I found out, and I found out at work. I'm an educator, so luckily I had my students, so I couldn't even react in the moment. But finding that out, I can't even wrap my head around it. I don't know how a human being can do that. And I really just feel like the entire family was robbed of any last moments, any last anything. And then to further go forward and cremate him against his wishes, number one, there's a special place that's all I can say. My grandfather deserved better. My mom only ever tried to get him to just a comfortable place, Mexico, Jamaica, wherever he wanted, so he can be taken care of. This was not what he would have wanted. And I know that with every fiber of my being.
All right, you guys. So there you have it there. This is really awful. This is so sad that this family is having to go through this. But you guys, we're looking at this and seeing them go through this. And we're saying, this is the first time, but this is actually the second time that this family had to go through something like this. Not to the magnitude of the body being cremated before them, because their mother, John Amos's ex-wife, when she was sick, the family was there surrounding her. But, the family was there for the funeral service. It's interesting to me that it is being said that Casey did the same similar things where he got close to both his parents when they were very, very sick, in a way to which some were saying allegedly to manipulate them, to have them to, in their down part of their lives, to change documents to make him the one that would be in control of all of this stuff, and then have to do this all over again. It's very, very sad. It's sad that Shannon, the daughter, has to go through this. You all know that there was all this social media news, and you can watch the other videos that I have up on my channel regarding John Amos and his son and Casey. But it's sad that Shannon's having to go through this again. And it's terrible. Terrible. Even if he wanted the money, even if he did change the wheels, even if all of that is real, to cremate the body without telling the family, and like his granddaughter said, which was against his wishes, that's a whole nother level of evil. We still have not heard from Casey as of yet. To my knowledge, I have no idea. I have not seen anything online except for People Magazine and others stating that they heard from him in regards to John Amos's passing. His social media accounts, still, we have not seen any postings or anything of the sort. It is just interesting. I was speaking with someone that they were saying that time frame, that 45-day time frame, may have given him the opportunity to be able to not only collect any insurance checks, but to cash them and have them to be cleared. So there's maybe a lot of motive into what he did. But I want to know what you guys think about this story. And again, we're going to continue to pray this family through. But I have to say this. We were looking at Shannon before as the bad person because there was this so-called GoFundMe page that they said that she had created. And everybody was looking at her strange and looking at KC as the hero, where now it seems to turn out that the hero is really the villain. and that Casey is the bad one. And Shannon has been trying to tell us that all along. I feel really bad for her. I really, really feel sad for her. I really feel sad for the granddaughter. And the granddaughter saying that she found out while she was in school. She's an educator. Thank God she had her students there to comfort her. How do you guys, oh, the manipulation. We have to get to the understanding that money should not be our focus when it comes to anything of this magnitude. The love of money is the root of all evil. It should not be that way when it comes to family members. We're still waiting to hear to see what Casey has to say. And if I find anything, you guys know I'll bring it on the platform. I'll share it with you all. But this is truly one for the books. And I'm telling you guys, I'm with Shannon. She needs to seek out some form of legal actions that she can do. But in order to do that, you guys, they're going to have to find Casey. And I don't know where he is right now or exactly what he's done, but eventually he'll have to surface. And when he does, all of us will be waiting to hear his side of all of this. Again, you guys, we are going to continue to pray for this family, and we do wish and pray that the family can find a way to get this resolved. And if Casey really does need mental help, I pray that he would get that mental help that he needs. I pray that he would be able to not look for substance or drug use to try and help him, whatever things that's going on with him. I pray that he will find some sort of real help if that is a real issue. I'm going to say alleged because I don't know him personally. I'm just going by what the sister said. But this whole family needs some sort of healing to take place, to have their loved one to be deceased and not know until 45 days later, and then find out the next day that he was cremated. You can't even say your final farewells. This is a lot. Y'all let me know in the comment section what y'all think is going on and what your thoughts are on this. Continue to keep them in your prayers. And you guys remember, love one another. Most importantly, always love yourself. And money should not be the main focus when it comes to family. Money comes and goes, but you only get one family. All right. Y'all remember to subscribe to the channel and click that like button, click that share button, and remember to tell others about our channel as well. All right. Y'all stay safe, loving, and kind out there, and I'll see y'all on the very next one.